What is going on, people? It's your boy Astro, aka the Galaxy Shogun, coming to you here today with One Piece chapter 1123, named The Void Fortnight. Now, this chapter here should be one of the last chapters, if not the last chapter, of the Egghead arc, and I have a lot of thoughts about it. I know we had a break week, and I did not put out a review for last chapter, but I figured, you know what, we may be getting the conclusion this week, and maybe it would just be better to make a complete Egghead review video this week on top of just the regular review, topped with my thoughts for, obviously, the last chapter, 1122. So, if this is your first time here, my name is Astro, the Galaxy Shogun. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Got tons of great One Piece and anime content coming your way very, very soon. So if you have not already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Without further ado, let's get into the live reaction, and please look out for the review for this chapter and last chapter in the next few days. Let's go. Chapter 1123, The Void Fortnight. Alright, so we see Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage. Volume 11. This is still going interesting. And she's still just doing stuff in Wano. Enemies forced to share Odin. Yamato and Denjiro both eating Odin, not Omen. Odin's really good. Yeah, I don't know, if you ever go to Japan, 7-Eleven actually sells Odin, which, like, I didn't realize just how common, or I guess popular, Odin was, because I hadn't really heard of the food prior to, I guess, the Wano arc, or I guess the first time I heard his name, which would be much earlier than that. I guess that would be like Zoe, but it's pretty interesting that you can get Odin at 7-Eleven. You can also, like, make your own smoothies at 7-Eleven in Japan. Like, their convenience stores are on a whole another level. But anyways, Yamato's still trolling us. Will she join the Straw Hats? I think so. Hopefully sooner rather than later. So let's see here. The aftermath of hockey. Egghead Island respond. So again, we had Emmeth do that huge hockey Joy Boy blast. Let's hope we get some good stuff here. What's your status? So all these people are knocked out. Wake up, you guys. That snake is so cute. Wake up, you guys. The Straw Hats are escaping. Doll's knocked out. Everyone's knocked out, basically. Wow, all of them are down. Seriously, that's amazing. That was greater than That was greater than red hairs. That hockey was stronger than Shanks. So Shanks, as of right now, pretty arguably top 1 hockey, and we're getting that was greater than red hairs, but it didn't seem hostile. So is Shanks's hockey specifically hostile? Definitely it's greater. That statement, oh man, the Mihawk fanboys, oh no. The Shanks haters are gonna eat with that one, aren't they? That was greater than red hairs, but it didn't seem hostile, did it? No. Please don't give them anything, no. Oh my god. That's pretty insane that the hockey's stronger than Shanks, though. I was kind of thinking, I mean, you would expect the Joy Boys hockey, because it is Joy Boys hockey. The original Joy Boy would have, like, the best hockey in the verse, like, no doubt. But damn, they just came out right and say it. To compare it to Shanks means it's no joke. It's no joke, that hockey. Haha. Thanks for everything, Iron Giant. Iron Giant is slowly blasting away. I believe Jay Garcia Saturn, shout out to the Grateful Dead, shout out to Dead and Company, is right in front of the robot. So let's see how this goes. She. Alrighty, let's go while they're sleeping. We're getting out of here. Ga-ba-ba-ba-ba. Hee. Let's go, you bastards. We're off to Elbaf. Oh, so Elbaf's happening. Yo, the site gives a hella ads, man. I might like seriously go straight official soon. I can't do that. I can't wait. Just a lot of that going on. Anyways. Yeah, we're off to Elbaf. So we got Bonnie here, holding on to something. Child Bonnie. That ship is huge, by the way. That ship is just nuts. Like, these are giants on that ship. Like, let's not Let's not understate that. These are giants on that ship. The ship is huge. So Bonnie, Zoro, Usopp, Dory Brogy, Luffy out of gear 5th, getting some sweet Nami milkers to bring him back to a tip-top shape. I'm gonna miss the egghead outfits for Nami and Robin specifically. They were... What are your good man? Anyways, Vegapunk, what you said earlier isn't sitting right with me. Was this all some sort of gotcha moment for you? Hey now, I couldn't follow everything you were saying, but it was pretty outrageous, wasn't it? 2 weeks prior, there were some anomalous readings coming from the power station. You can say that again. Monitor for any fluctuations in particle density and neutron flux. The energy used by the Seraphim is meant to gradually increase over the time. Over time. The energy used by the Seraphim is meant to gradually increase over time. Like the green blood? The green blood is meant to increase? Like the power? Green blood? Huh. This could be a grave error if we miscalculated. Wait, aren't these numbers different from our earlier confirmed readings? Yes, and the rate of reaction is increasing too, but the power station seems stable. So this data seems to indicate that someone has tampered with the mother flame to steal its energy. What? The energy used by the Seraphim is meant to gradually increase over time. So, are the Seraphims made or powered by the mother flame? That's what I'm getting here. Maybe I'm just a dummy, but that's what I'm seeing here. This data seems to indicate that someone has tampered with the mother flame to steal its energy. Every single data point related to the power station has been carefully modified. To pull this off, the culprit has to be a Vegapunk. Was it Lilith? The first assumption is Lilith. I could see that. I'm afraid the three of us are the only ones with ironclad alibis. Wow. So I believe he's Pythagoras. So Pythagoras, Shaka, who's just the coolest, R.I.P. Shaka, and Lilith, who's possibly a Straw Hat, might become. I feel like we go through this every arc when there's a female character, because we know that the ratio's a bit off, males and females on the crew. Not that I think it'll be 1-to-1 with males and females, but I think that we'll definitely get at least the next few members being females. And man, is there a lot of candidates. An insane amount of energy was stolen, so we have to observe the other four to determine who's responsible, especially Lilith. We have to put our brains into offline stealth mode too. That's right. If our memory of this gets uploaded to Punk Records, then Lilith, the culprit, will know we're on to them. 1 week before the present. Attention, I've identified the culprit. It's York. What? The memories she's been synchronizing with Punk Records are phony. I've also confirmed that the surveillance nails at the scene of the crime were tampered with too. Why would she do such a thing? And my bad, Lilith. I've also found evidence that suggests someone deployed the weaponized sea beast without authorization. A jamming white transponder cell was also found in our investigation. I know we can reconstruct the call data directly from our long-distance transponder snail. Booze. Dr. Vegapunk is researching the Void Sentry. Booze. She rang Mary Jolis. No wonder Cypher Pole keeps coming here to snoop around. 6 days before the present, the kingdom of Lucia has been erased. The details are still a bit foggy, but I have a bad feeling about this. Pythagoras, observe any changes to the sea levels and monitor all wireless transmissions. Changes to the sea levels? So's Uranus the one that plays with the sea levels? Is that the weapon that's like the one he warned us about? Because I think it'd be odd that he'd warned us about only one weapon. If Uranus is the one that plays with the sea levels, like, is it the strongest weapon? Why would he only be concerned about that? Why wouldn't he tell us about Pluton's threat, and why wouldn't he tell us about Poseidon's threat? This is just all very confusing to me. But the insinuation there, he's asking about the sea levels, and the assumption is that Uranus was used to destroy Lelucia. So does Uranus have like a second ability? Do these ancient weapons have like an awakening of some sorts? Like, what's going on here? Like a fucking Bonkai? Man. Do you think this has something to do with the theft of the Mother Flame? I'm sure of it. That portion of the flame must have been delivered to the government by one of the weaponized sea beasts. If you'll permit me to indulge in pure conjecture, it seems plausible that the world government possesses one of the ancient weapons. Am I about to get a confirmed dubski right here live? And they must have needed the Mother Flame energy that York stole to fuel it. We'll see if my evidence supports my conclusion. Even if this deduction is sound, it's hard to speak it aloud. It's my fault after all. Only a fool lets their greed run amok. And I went and personified mine. Yeah, I mean, in hindsight, isn't that kind of a dumb thing to do, Mr. Smartest person in the world? You know, for a smart person, he's a real idiot, actually, Vegapunk. Estella, gotta be honest, man. Gotta be honest. Like, there's some really impressive moments and some moments that are like, huh. You know, if you just tied up those ends, I think that a lot less. Maybe he's just bored and likes this type of challenge, because for a very smart person, he lets some pretty dumb stuff happen. Is there any benefit to apprehending York now that we know? No, it's too late for that. York's motives are irrelevant now. They will still come to erase anyone who knows of the Void Sentry. York already demonstrated her worth to them by rashly handing over the Mother Flame. The best we can do is use that trust as an opportunity to determine their intent for the flame and try to mitigate the damage. This is a lot of text, and that's okay when it's something I care about. And if I'm frank, I just don't care about this Vegapunk stuff anymore. I will get to it during my full review, but it has been pretty massively just... What's the word I'm looking for here? It has been underwhelming, all of this Vegapunk stuff, if I'm just being frank. Like, I don't really care about this York stuff. Especially at this point of the story, like, alright, Vegapunk, like, I've had enough of you. I've kind of had enough of you, I'll be honest. We still have a chance to escape if we flee now. Prepare a boat for the other residents, Quasar. They still have a shot of escaping Egghead, but it would be impossible for us, so he's... whatever his plan now. I don't know how that matters. I don't know why we have to waste a chapter on his fucking plan. We see what the end result was. I feel like we get the point here. Like, Oda, can you just give us, like, the story? You know what we care about. Oh, I'm a fake fan now. I'm a fake fan. I've had enough of Vegapunk. I honestly have. He's like the fucking Rebecca of this arc. I mean, obviously, for obvious reasons, he's Vegapunk, but just, like, that's a negative thing to say, being a Rebecca of an arc. Like, I've had enough of this guy. Like, just say something of substance or get off the screen. Get off the panel. The Navy will have issued secret orders to every branch and base by now. They'll chase us to the end of the world, and our inevitable deaths will be meaningless. At least here on Egghead, we have something O'Hara did 22 years ago. We have the means and equipment to amplify our voices as far and wide as possible. And what exactly is the world government? The closer I get, the more shrouded it becomes. If I must die, I will sell my life dearly. I apologize for wrapping you two into all this. Don't be silly, we're Vegapunks just like you. We're all thinking the same thing. Just one issue, Stella. What exactly constitutes death for something like us? Death for something like us. That's a good question. And that's his original head. Good point. There's one other thing we must safeguard. Our cloud loft technology to manufacture artificial island clouds. It may be pivotal in saving humanity in the future. So this is like figuratively and quite literally the cloud. Like cloud storage, hosting, servers, cloud hosting. Interesting. So it seems that their memories or something is stored in the cloud. Once again, literally and figuratively. Stella, what are you doing here? Oh, is that you, York? You know, same old, same old. If our experiments to optimize the Mother Flame allow this thing to move again, it'd be a big breakthrough in creating our ideal energy source. That's right. It'd be amazing if we achieve that soon, right? I can only pray it never gets perfected. Never gets perfected. 2 days before the present. Why never get perfected? I don't know if he's saying that internally or what, but yeah. 2 days before the present. Go ahead and speak now. The recording has begun. Ahem, mic check, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, world. Oh, this part where he wastes 10 minutes where he could have been giving a message. And mind you, he wastes the first 10 minutes. Like, for a very smart guy, maybe you should have just looped the message. That might have made a lot more sense. This is Dr. Vegapunk, the world's greatest and most humble scientific genius. I think both of those statements are lies, quite frankly, but that's just me. What we said will come as a big shock, right? Maybe, but everyone has a right to know the truth. No one will ever expect a transponder signal to be hidden here. My death will trigger the message to be sent out worldwide. So, I mean, I guess that confirms he's dead. We need to ensure that no one finds out till it's too late. Any abnormality in our behavior could be a tip-off that spoils our plans. Erasing our own memories is the safest bet. That said, there will be consequences. We'll lose all memories related to this matter. The fact that York stole the Mother Flame, the fact that our lives are currently at stake, we'll have to suffer through all of those bombshells all over again, indeed. The fear we feel for our lives will be brand new to us, but we have to put our countermeasures in place, even if things go sideways. Hee hee. It'll still be our victory. Memory Mass Research Lab. What are we doing here? This is my handwriting. Good morning, everybody. You'll find that you three have a missing fortnight's worth of memories that were wiped of your own volition. A number of things would probably come as a surprise because of this, which is basic. A number of things will probably come as a surprise because of this, which is ironically pretty amusing. I will tell you one thing though. The world government has found out about our research in the Void Century. How they found out? I have already taken the best precaution possible. You'll just have to put your faith in me and die. Oh, and one last thing. Am I really telling myself to die? Stella, Emperor Strawhat's crew and Bonnie have just made landfall. What? Cypher Pole's approaching too. What? There's also a naval armada coming to blockade the island. What? Admiral Kizar and Elder Saturn seem to be with them. What? After we rescue Bonnie from down there, I think it'd be best if I stayed put. After we rescue Bonnie from down there, I think it'd be best if I stayed put. Huh? You'll die. No. Don't need to help me escape anymore. No, you don't need to help me escape anymore. I've just thought about it. Just let me die here. What? Do you have a death wish? Far from it, but I've come to believe that my death will set something important into motion. This is going to be a big mess. We can't just sit there and watch you die. We've got to do something. One more thing. It's about the One Piece. What about it? Please let this be something substantial. Let this be something of worth. I want you guys... Hold on. Dues later. So here's the party at the end of the arc, it seems like. I want you guys... Here's to reuniting with old friends. Cheers. To be the ones who find it. Woo, we're off to my land of dreams. Elboff. So this arc is over. This is the party. Ga ba 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 ba. Thinking 2 moves ahead. Yeah. I'm just glad the arc's over, to be honest with you, because any more of this Vegapunk beating around the bush stuff, I just couldn't handle. Honestly, it's been anyone that thinks this arc is better than Wano is just, I don't know what to say to them. The best things that happen on this arc is outside of the arc, and by virtue of that, I am not going to call this the best arc. Not by a long shot, actually, because some of the stuff that actually happened on the island too is a bit questionable, including the Bonnie stuff. So yeah, this is getting, I will talk about it deeper. It's maybe at best a 7 out of 10 for me. And Vegapunk is an annoying character. I like Lilith maybe the most out of all of them. I'm glad she's the one that's coming, I guess. Shaka was hella cool too. But yeah, a lot of teasing. We don't get to see what happened to Saturn, I don't think, right? Because I think last chapter Saturn was in front of Emmeth, so that's interesting. But we're going to Elboff. Let's see what ends up happening there. And there's no comments from what I can see. So anyways, that's been my reaction to this chapter. One Piece chapter 100. Well, not 100. One Piece chapter 1123, The Void Fortnight. And yeah, we see that Vegapunk planned it, erased his memories, and that's cool and all. But I feel like we could have done that in like one page, a few panels, not the entire chapter. Anyways, I'm just glad that this arc is over because frankly I'm tired of it, and I think it's a pretty just average One Piece arc, with the exception of some of the stuff we see off of the island, but even then it's just teasing. Though obviously the Shanks and Kid stuff was pretty wild, and all the fights were pretty wild, but that mostly took place off of the island. So yeah, that's that. Anyways, I'll go more into depth. Thank you if you made it to the end of this video. It's been your boy Astro. Oh, 20 minutes. I really indulged myself here. Anyways, enjoy, have a great week, and look out in the next few days for my review of this chapter and last chapter, and also my review of the arc in totality. So if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much. It's been your boy Astro. Have a great night.